Based on the Mortal Kombat game, the show follows Kung Lao as he trains Zero and Taja to fight the warriors from the Outworld to save Earthrealm. In the process, they have to guard the Thunder God Raiden, who brings them in combat with Sung, who has a vendetta against Kung Lao and his ally Vorpax. Vorpax is characterized as sultry and seductive with her own agenda, despite being imprisoned in the cobalt mines, and she isn't the only beautiful woman in this game. Fans, in today's video we pay homage to the beautiful actresses who were part of Mortal Kombat Conquest, and we see where they are today. Now be warned, this isn't a show that can be seen without parental supervision, unless you're an adult of course. Now, shall we proceed? Just before we go into the video though, we do have a small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to the channel. A small click for you, but for us it means an awful lot. Now thank you very much, we'll begin. Kristana Loken, Taja. Let's begin with one of the two warriors Kung Lao was training. Yes, Taja, the ex-thief played by Kristana Loken. Basically, she's a charming young lady who uses her wits and coyness to get out of tough situations that being a con woman lands her in. Coming from a European family that moved to the Far East and was later found mysteriously dead, Taja is quite the character from whom Loken was the perfect choice. After finishing her modelling career, her best known role was that of TX in the Terminator franchise, and that started her acting career in 1994. Post Mortal Kombat, other than her role as TX, for which she was nominated for 2 Saturn Awards, Loken has starred in several TV shows including Burn Notice and Painkiller Jane. While she required a stunt double for some scenes in this Mortal Kombat prequel, the second big break of Loken's was well received by fans. She starred in all 22 episodes, and of course Taja was a major character show, just like Vorpax, played by Tracy Douglas. Tracy Douglas, Vorpax. Tracy Douglas played a seductress trapped in the cobalt mines at the order of the Emperor of the Outworld. This character, Vorpax, had also discovered several ways out of the cobalt mine, but had always returned lest her escape routes were discovered. She also offered herself and her body alongside this knowledge to Sung in exchange for him taking her out of the mines when he defeated Kung Lao. But the big twist in Vorpax's story is that she's actually an Amazonian princess whose people are setting up hives on the Outworld and would like to conquer Earthrealm too. Eventually she makes a deal with Kung Lao that she would leave Earthrealm with her people if they defeated her mother and queen, who was unnecessarily sacrificing unborn and adult warriors to conquer Earthrealm and the Outworld or Outer Realm. At the end of the show, she holds up her promise and leaves, or so it seems, because we see she has tried to make a new hive and failed until being killed by shadow pirates who were in the employ of Shao Kahn. From a seductress and criminal to actually being an infiltrator and a leader who is savvy with politics, to then untimely being revealed as a lying manipulator. The question we're here to pose to you now is whether the actor Tracy Douglas did this character justice. Well, this is the role the actress, writer and producer is perhaps best known for. While she had only 4 other projects after this show, she had played in several shows before Vorpax made her a household name in the gaming community. Tracy Douglas played the titular character in 17 out of the 22 episodes, yet she wasn't the only beautiful woman with an agenda against the main antagonist of the story. There was also, of course, Omis, played by Angelica Bridges. Omis is a character who has a great beauty with an immense amount of power in her sorcery, especially potion making. But she is also a bitter immortal who has a grudge against the same man Vorpax holds a hate flame for, Shang Tsung. She helped him against his master, Master Cho, and was in return betrayed by Sung and cursed with the very thing she wanted, immortality. Later she grew more powerful but began to resent her immortality, especially when she was once again betrayed by her old lover after Vorpax freed Master Cho. Her end is left ambiguous as she walks back to her dwelling in the forest where Kung Lao first met her, but a distant shadow priest follows her. Had the series not been discontinued, we might have had answers, but alas, such was not the case, dear fans. Who played this character then? The model who was once on the cover of Playboy, Angelica Bridges. An American actress and singer, she appeared in several TV shows, such as Baywatch and Suddenly Susan. Were there other characters who dealt in deceit? Well, now that you mention it, maybe it's time to introduce you to Kiri, played by Sung Hai Lee. Kiri. Kiri was a reptile who could turn human in the employ of Shao Kahn after he had attacked her home realm, Zathura, and made it part of the Outer Realm. She had a companion, Anka. Posing as a seer, Kiri tricked Taja and Zero into freeing the Master of Shadows. Siri managed to defeat said master before he could kill Kung Lao, spoiling Kiri's plans to get into Khan's good graces. Kiri later pretended to ally herself against Khan and with Reptile and Kriya, but that was a hoax. When that was revealed, she turned into a reptilian form and tried to kill Kung Lao. In the ensuing chaos, her partner Anka got killed, causing her to leave in anger, but she changes sides and joined Vorpax and then Reptile, whom she even managed to engage in coitus with. Later, Kiri was killed by Khan's shadow priests alongside Reptile, after more shenanigans with Vorpax and Sung. The big question though, fans, is who played this turncoat of a character. Well, you've met DC's Lady Shiva from Birds of Prey, but before she was in the DCU, Sung Hai Lee was fighting in the Mortal Kombat fandom as Kiri. She has also been on the cover of Playboy among many other advertisements. But no Kiri is complete without an Anka by her side, an Anka who in this show was played by Tahiti Hicks. We've covered Anka's story when we spoke about Kiri, except that Anka was more loyal than her partner and died earlier. Played by Tahiti Hicks, Anka too was from Zatera. Tahiti has 3 works on record as an actress and a cinematographer, starting with Evolver in 1995, followed by Mortal Kombat and then Corrupt in 1999. Now let's speak about a woman whose side Kiri and Anka were supposed to be on, Kriya. Fabiana Udinio, Kriya, the Amazonian queen who started hives with her lovers and controlled them all. The one who sent her daughter Vorpax to the Outer Realm. The one who tried to take over several realms including Earthrealm. Of course, she was also killed by her own daughter, Vorpax, who didn't like that queen was unnecessarily risking the lives of unborn and adult hive members in the fight. Fabiana Udinio, whose career includes the likes of Baywatch, CSI Miami, Full House and Jane the Virgin, was the beauty who brought Kriya to life on screen. But we've spoken about many an antagonist, and yet in a fighting game, will that list ever end? For example, we have beautiful reanimated corpses, or rather dead, that were brought back, and these women, made undead by Quan Chi, made enemies of everyone, including Lao, Khan and Sung, with the use of their formidable martial arts skills. But who were they? Renee Tennyson, Sora, a dark-skinned undead beauty with raven hair. This character was played by Renee Tennyson and named Sora. While Sora is the weak link in the team, when teamed up with Mika and Cyan, the 3 are effective at their tasks. Renee Tennyson was the first woman to be selected Playboy Playmate of the Year in 1990 before she came onto Mortal Kombat. In 2011, she was given the title of the 10 Sexiest Women by Black Men magazine. At the age of 49, she performed the feat of duplicating her Playmate of the Year cover alongside her cohorts. But how can we talk of Sora without mentioning her fellow undead? Yes, it's time to meet Mika and Cyan. Jamie Presley, Mika. Mika was one of the 3 undead slaves of Chi who was the best at fighting. The actress who played the character is Jamie Presley, who's best known for playing iconic characters like Joy Turner on TV's My Name is Earl, Denise in I Love You Man, Priscilla in Not Another Teen Movie, Audrey Griffin on TV's Jack and Jill, and Tina Armstrong in DOA Dead or Alive. In 2023, she was part of the re-education of Molly Singer. The actress has also bagged an Emmy, so it's time to pause and give her a round of applause, fans. While many call her work in Mortal Kombat a guest role, we cannot deny she must have been a popular guest star, considering she had several TV roles before that. No wonder she was chosen to play the fiery Mika, the woman in love with Chi. But who played the 3rd Musketeer? Dana He, Cyan. Cyan was the 3rd of the trio of Mika, Sora and Cyan. While she was skilled in martial arts, she had trouble holding her own, but once paired with Mika and Sora, she was unbeatable. Played by Dana He, this character's actress would appear as the stunt double in all Mortal Kombat movies, and that makes sense. After all, Dana He is an award-winning sportswoman, martial artist, rancher, motivational speaker, trainer, and much more. Talk about a woman with skills. She's part of Batman Forever, Spider-Man 2, Terminator 3, The Rise of the Machines, and even the Avengers in the capacity as a stunt woman. So my oh my. But sadly, we're not here to fan over Dana He alone. Let's take a look at 3 more beautiful and talented women who grace the sets of Mortal Kombat Conquest, shall we? Rumba Williams, Kali. For a character we only see in 2 episodes, Kali shows a lot of personality. Her story begins in the episode The Essence, where she's shown to be friends with Kitana, the queen of the destroyed realm of Edenia. Yet despite their thousands of years of friendship, Kali says she's tired of people dying for the lost cause of reviving their homeland, and thus allies herself with Khan. while searching for the essence of Edenia, a mystical force hidden on the Earth realm that could revive Edenia and which Khan wanted to destroy. In the end, when all the fighting leads to the force being accidentally destroyed, Kali is asked by Kitania, whom she still considers a loyal friend but who now hates her, to tell her master that the force is gone. Next we see the character go toe-to-toe with Mika in Festival of Death, where realizing the plan to reanimate the dead, Kali leaves, never to be seen again on the show. So who was the one who did justice to the character in 2 episodes only? Apparently it was Rumba Williams, a supermodel who first appeared on Sports Illustrated swimsuit editing. Alongside being an actress, she was also a TV show judge, and she's written books on modeling as well as hosted lifestyle shows and been a correspondent for fashion events like Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week. Look at all that talent. But who was the equally talented performer to play Kitana, whom Kali loved yet betrayed? Audi England, Kitana. Kitana was the ruler of Edenia, a realm destroyed by Shao Kahn, played first by Dara Tomanovic and later by Audi England. The character design is lauded for being very similar to the original inspiration in terms of clothing and props. The character also appeared in several other Mortal Kombat properties, but in Conquest her story is simple. She works covertly to undermine Emperor Shao Kahn's attempts to take over realms. Lao is employed to protect the essence of Edenia. Later, when we see Khan send Molina dressed as Kitana alongside Rain to assassinate the warrior, Kitana has to convince him she's the real one. Her tragic rebellion ends with her death at the hands of the Shadow Priests in the finale. Since she was majorly played by Audi England, we'll discuss the feats of that actress next. The talented performer and cinematographer made her debut with the character of Elena Martin in 1994's Delta of Venus. Alongside Mortal Kombat Conquest in 1998, she starred in Ice, Soundman, Legion and A Place Called Truth. In 1999, we saw her in a few more films, such as Free Enterprise. You know what stuck out to me from Kitana's story? The way someone impersonated her to try and slay Lao, Molina. What's her deal? Well, we'll spill the tea since you asked ever so nicely. Megan Brown, Molina. Played by the talented Megan Brown, Molina was an outworld warrior sent by Khan to take on Kitana's form and go murder Lao. She felt beautiful in Kitana's form, but was warned that the beauty could be taken away should she fail or turn sides. When she did fail to kill Lao in her night of passion, she was cursed to still have a beautiful form, but with her teeth made more exaggerated and her voice replaced by that of an old woman. What a punishment for taking some extra time just to finish a project. Thank God most managers are not Shao Kahn. This was done maliciously because the intent was that the remaining outer beauty would remind the woman of how she is actually not that beautiful. The last we see of the character is her fight against Kitana, broken up by Sung. While no one is a stranger to Megan Brown's filmography, which includes titles like The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, you may not know that she has a bachelor's in the intersection of science and religion, studying human consciousness. And with that nugget of knowledge, we bring our exploration of the careers and stories of the beautiful and talented actresses who starred in Mortal Kombat Conquest to an end. Yet, no video is complete without asking you for your comments and input, so... Marvelous review. From the steadfast Taja to the talented Vorpax, Mortal Kombat gave us female characters with a lot of story and personality. While some may think the show was all about gore and women in skimpy outfits who at one point were part of Playboy, this exploration proves that this is a short-sighted view of both the characters and the talent that brought them to life. From talented martial artists to sportswomen to actresses to cinematographers, the female cast of Conquest boosts a varied set of talent, bringing to life spies, rebel queens, thieves turned heroes and much more. While yes, on the surface, gore and sexuality might seem to be the premise of the show, and many can cast a look at its treatment of its women characters, this video stands as testament to the fact that perhaps the show deserves a second look from such naysayers. And if you liked our content, please leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already done so. Otherwise, have a good one and be safe. Thanks everyone.